Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel, lords and ladies. It's really good to see you today. I am the Godless Gamer, your Liege Lord. We're going to dive back into my Bannerlord series with the War Sales DLC. This is episode 15 of Mare Nostrum, and I think this is an appropriate, beginning screen, because this is Regea's opening screen, and this is a Regea-themed episode, because I think we're going to fight her next. I think that's one of the first things I'm going to do in this episode after I get you guys caught up, because I was quite busy between the episodes. I did play on my own quite a bit, and there's several reasons for that. I was doing just a lot of things that I would consider pretty tedious, that I didn't think you needed to be here and, watch me do them. A great example is I need to recruit another companion, so I had to do something, I had to travel to another part of the world to recruit the kind of troops that I'm gonna create the companion from, because I got a request. Thank you to 5D Producer. I think that's how you say your name. If that's not how you say your name, apologies, but that's how I'm saying it. You requested to join the party, and you wanted to be a Vlandian, so I had to spend some time in Vlandian territory recruiting. Alright, just leave me alone. I had to spend some time in Vlandian territory recruiting the kind of soldiers that I wanted to create your character from. You wanted to be a cavalry guy, you wanted to be a Vlandian knight, which I don't blame you. That's the kind of soldier I would have wanted to be if I was created from a Vlandian too. So I had to go over there and recruit them. So I spent some time gathering up some Vlandian cavalry troops. Now, the character is going to be created from a Vlandian banner knight. These are the tier 6 troops, and I had to make sure that I had enough of them to at least just increase the odds that one of them is going to get enough kills to become a companion, and I needed enough of them. So I just spent some time behind the scenes recruiting and then fighting a bunch of bandit parties and getting these guys trained up, just so I had enough Vlandian banner knights. So hopefully, while we're fighting our war against Regea, because we're about to declare that, hopefully during some of those battles, one of these banner knights will get enough kills, and then I can create my companion today. So that's a big goal for me today, is creating my new companion. We'll talk about it when it happens, just to spare some time, because I want to do as little talking as possible before we start playing here. But one more thing to get caught up on was diplomatic stuff. I was able to negotiate an alliance with Vlandia, because I figured I was over in Vlandia recruiting their soldiers anyway, and I have no desire to fight them in the future, and I had enough influence, so I spent some influence getting an alliance with Vlandia, so we will never get pulled into a war with them. At least for 282 days we won't. We won't get pulled into an unnecessary war against the Vlandians. And then we also have our non-aggression pact with Sturgia that's still continuing. We got 122 days on that. So these are two factions that won't fight us. And when we declare our war against Regea, since we have an alliance with Vlandia, if we wanted to, we could call them into the war if we need support, but I don't think we're going to need support. Actually, since we're looking at the diplomacy screen, let's take a look at Regea. I'm deciding to declare war on her right now because she's already involved in 2 wars, so now's the best time to do it. And I kind of feel bad for my mother-in-law, because she's my mother-in-law. It's not that I have anything personal against my mother-in-law, it's just that I have to fight her because she owns the lands that make up Mare Nostrum. So it was only a matter of time before we started fighting her. I was just kind of hoping she would die before we started having to fight her, but she's still clinging to life. She's 72 years old. She's clinging to life just like another original leader. Gyarios is still alive too. He's 73. So they're still clinging to life, these imperial rulers. So I was hoping she'd be dead by now, but she's not, so unfortunately we have to declare war against our mother-in-law. Nothing against her, but that's what needs to happen. I got a couple of policies as well, and then one last thing that I did. I don't think I can look at it this way. Or maybe I can. I gave some ships to my other parties, that way, when we're gathered together as an army, if we're ever traveling by ocean, their ships will be added to my fleet, and that'll make sure that we're traveling fast, and it's not just my ships having to transport this huge army around. They have their own ships, so when we're out traveling on the ocean, it won't just be my fleet, it'll be the fleet of the ships that I gave to them. I think I bought like 5 ships and distributed them, because all I did was go to port, um, manage fleet, and then I did this. So I bought some ships, and then I fitted them out, and then I just sent them to the clan. So they just get distributed amongst all my parties. So the game just kind of auto just distributes them. I'm trying to think of a way to maybe look at it. Oh, here it is. Here's a way to look at it. Tnex, you got one of the heavy ships and a light ship. Nathanos got one of the heavy ships, and then Gudra got a light ship. I bought 4 ships. 2 heavies and then 2 lights. And that's how the game distributed them. So, Tnex, I guess the game understood that you're one of my companions and that you're important, so it gave you 2 ships. But this way, it'll be easier to travel around by sea. And no matter where the parties are in the world, if I ever summon them, if they are across the ocean, it'll be faster for them to get back to me because they can travel by ocean now. So, there we go. I think that's pretty much everything I did. Let's go to the town center and make sure we're recruiting before... Let's get some recruiting done. That's one thing I forgot to do behind the scenes. Because I only just disbanded... I gathered all my parties together into an army just to get them all together for when I was going to declare this war, but I just realized I don't have a full party. So let's get a full party. Because the first thing that we're going to do when we declare the war is take Onika Castle. I already checked it. It's weakly defended. And it only has level 1 walls, so it'll be easy. And it's right next to Zionica, so it makes sense. But let's get... Ooh. I'll take everything except the crossbowmen and these men of Liatons. I don't want them either. They're the spearmen. It's not that they're bad, but I would prefer the Imperial Nautes and stuff because my Nautes have javelins. These guys don't. They don't throw javelins, and that's a huge strength for my infantry, so I don't want them. And I can't turn them into mariner-type troops. So there's plenty of recruits around here, which I'm really happy to see. These are my lands, of course, but... And I think my party limit's just over 300. 301. So we'll get 301, and then we'll gather all my parties together, and we'll declare war and attack Onika Castle. I have plenty of food. Oh, and there's my son. That's something else that happened behind the scenes. My son came of age. I invited him to the party. He's in his place. He's in his proper place in the order here, but everything else is messed up. I'm sorry about this, guys. The order always gets messed up. And I always forget. I always forget the freaking order. Damn it. All right, this is one of my brothers, so he goes down at the bottom. Arthur, you're the newest. Ari, you were before Arthur. I think. Or Jake have... I think that's the order. I forget. Forgive me. As soon as we take Onika Castle, I have to remember to leave some of these soldiers in the castle. But I have infantrymen that I'm willing to leave behind, and I have some regular soldiers that aren't mariners that I'm willing to leave behind, like my Palatine Guard. Because I can't be lazy and not deposit any men in the garrison after we take Onika Castle. But that's all the recruiting I'm going to do. Let's get this army together. Remember, we're going to hear the same song constantly over and over again when we have an army gathered together, so I'm just preparing you mentally for it. But I think once we take Onika Castle, I'll break the army up again. So let's just gather... Yep, this is the song we're going to hear constantly. But let's just get everybody together before we declare this war. And I want to check one more time to see if I can get a non-aggression pact with anybody. I'm checking this. Nope. I could get another alliance, but I'm not interested in other alliances because the more alliances you have, the more wars you could potentially get pulled into. So one alliance is all I need right now. An alliance and a non-aggression pact is fine, but I can't get any other non-aggression pacts. Nobody wants it. Fine. I'll just hang out in Zionica, I guess. And let's get some more food. See, look at this. Those are your ships. So T-Nex, I got you a Dromon that's completely pimped out, and then I got another Dromon that my brother got. So you guys have really nice ships. They're just as upgraded as mine is and as Bjorn's is. So we all have Dromons basically. Because I mean, I had the money. I was going to give you the best ships that you can use. I mean, if I could afford it, why not? Alright, 695. That's plenty of men to take out Onika Castle, because I scouted it out before I started recording. It's only got 333 defenders. It's easy peasy. Now, I doubt that our companion's going to get created in this battle, because I think we'll have a better time doing that in open field battles when I can command my cavalry specifically. That way I can focus on getting my Banner Knights kills. In siege battles, it's just kind of chaotic, where the cavalrymen are just mixed in with all the other infantrymen. So I can't focus on trying to get kills for the Banner Knights. But you never know. It could happen. Let's get this war declared. She's still involved in a war with the Khuzaits and the Aserai, but I don't know how much longer we're going to get to enjoy that. So let's make sure we're doing this now. There we go. See, now we can call the Valandians to war if we want, since we're allies, but I don't want to. It's nice to know that I can, but I don't need them. So only level 1 walls. How serious do I need to take this? I don't need to take it seriously, but we do want to minimize our losses. Alright, I'll do a ram and a tower, and then we'll just make sure they have no siege weapons on the walls. I'll settle for that. I probably didn't do any editing there. Maybe just a little bit, but honestly, this was like the easiest siege ever. We have everything. We took out all the siege weapons. I'm glad that we didn't create a breach because we didn't need it, and I don't have to repair it after we're done. So here we go, and it's a daytime battle. So our first official battle against the Southern Empire is gonna be a conquest. She didn't have enough time to get any reinforcements around, up here, and she stretched so thin that I'm not surprised she wasn't able to get any reinforcements up here. Wow, check this out. This is a Nord Huskarl that has been in my party since I created Bjorn, I think. Because we haven't been in the part of the world where you recruit Nords for like the longest time. So that's just a testament for how freaking amazing Nords are. He's still here. There was an update recently, like maybe a day or so. I don't know, actually. I just remember updating the game before I started recording, and I made sure to test that Distinguished Service works, even though it's a new version of Bannerlord. Distinguished Service isn't broken, so I will 100% be able to create this new companion. I wanted to make sure that was possible before I made promises to create a new companion, because that would be super embarrassing, and I would be disappointing you. But it works. Oh my god, you see that? Like, I just got hit by a rock. I'm probably gonna go up the tower because it's a small one. I won't go through the gatehouse this time. It's all of my archers are right here. The game just auto-deployed. Oh no, we have another 82 over there. We have a bunch of archers in our army. Alright, here's a couple of Vlandian soldiers. They're not the Banner Knights though. The Banner Knights have the capes. Here's a guy. Alright, let's see if we can create our companion. I don't know. It's not impossible. Here's a Banner Knight right here. They have to get at least 4 kills, I think. They have to get at least 4 kills. Oh, and there's ExtenderEx. I can stand out with your helmet. He's in the vanguard. I'm pretty sure that's you. Yeah, that's gotta be you. It's just the game isn't letting me see. Yeah, that's definitely you. Side by side, ExtenderEx, let's take this wall. I'm glad to see that since I made you your own general, at least you're in the front lines. You're not hiding. Did you get taken out? Where'd you go? Oh no, there you are. Why are you coming up the stairs backwards? Alright, it's just a massacre now. Now, something else, I can just say this while the battle's going on. Something I forgot to mention. Between the episodes, I tried to convince a vassal from another empire to join me, but he was willing to do it. He was willing to separate from his faction, but I didn't have the social skills to convince him because I failed my skill checks. So I've decided that before I try to convince somebody else to join my faction, because I want to get some vassals in here. I have some castles, especially this one, that I can give to just like generic NPC vassals. But I can't convince them well yet, so I need to level up and improve my charm skill. Nope. None of my Banner Knights. Which sucks. Too bad you didn't want to be an Imperial Elite Cataphract, because I can make one of those. But not this time. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. We'll definitely create the character this episode, I promise. I'll take the prisoners. I can't sell them here, because this is a castle, but we'll just go back to Xionica. It's right around the corner. Alright, let's get through this. Now, since we're fighting Imperials right now... Ooh, 7 of my knights just leveled up. So a lot of my Vlandians are leveling up. So now we have 12 Banner Knights. So that'll improve the odds of one of them becoming a companion. I can just do this. Why do I do it the slow way? I always do it the slow way, unnecessarily. But now that we're fighting Imperials, we're going to start getting a lot of Imperial loot. And I have to make sure I'm checking. A couple of my companions still need improved armor. By the way, Ari, I also gave you better armor. You have really good armor. Fine, mastercrafted southern scale over chainmail. This armor is so good that I was very tempted to take it myself, but it's Aserai themed. So I gave that to you, Ari. But Vapor, you need some work with your armor. Arthur, you're the newest character. You need some work with your armor, but I'm not fighting Botanian, so I'm not going to get a lot of access to Botanian armor. But JCav, I need to work on you as well. Alright, I went through everything. Luckily, my son, he came to the party completely equipped, so he won't hog a lot of the armor that I'm going to give to my companions, but he can get some new stuff. His armor is good, but his hand protection and foot protection can get improved. Alright, that's good. That's the end of that. Some decent loot. Everybody got some stuff. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people got some stuff. Show mercy, because that's our only option. We'll manage the garrison first. I'm going to throw a few of my Palatine Guard, because they're not mariners, and I can always recruit more Palatine Guard. We're in Imperial territory, so Imperial troops are abundant. And then I'll give some infantrymen. That should be fine. Alright, let's disband this army so I don't have to hear the song constantly, and I don't need it all together right now. I just needed it together to help me take this. I think for the rest of this, I'm going to be traveling around on my own and trying to snipe lords and fight one-on-one battles or two-on-one battles, whatever it may be, just so I can try to create my companion. We'll let my other parties do what they want. Let's make sure we have them set to just checking them to make sure they're set on defensive, and then we have to make sure the war strategy is also defensive. Because I don't want my parties or my other parties running out, like, over here and doing their own thing. Like, I want them to stay close if I need to call upon them again. But for now, I don't need them. Let's manage the castle as well. Building the Mason, I'll let that finish. And then we'll build the walls up. We'll do drills. Let's make sure that we go into improved garrisons. We go to Anika Castle. We go to training. We set it to improved garrison training. And then we crank this up to 10. That way, the settlement behind the scenes is passively training up the garrison that is in the castle. So even though it's not super, it's not super well defended with numbers, the numbers that are there will be higher quality troops as long as the training is given some time to continue and allowed some time to train up the men. So that should be enough. How many defenders now that we left? Alright, now the Gudra is out. And now that my other parties are out, 269. It's not horrible. It could be better, but it's not horrible. I'm sorry, I keep bumping my phone because it's on my desk right here, and let's get it over there. Out of the way. So I should be fine on my own. I can take on an army twice my size, realistically. So I'm not concerned. I'm just going to hunt some lords or some decent-sized parties so we can keep trying to create our companion. There we go. I just got a focus point. We're throwing that into Charm. Now, as soon as I get one of these perks, chance of avoiding critical failure on Persuasion or plus 10% chance for double persuasion success. And then as my charm level itself increases, so as this number goes up, the odds of me being able to convince people in skill checks will be improved. So before we start inviting some vassals in, let's make sure we get a few of these perks and we get this up to a decent level. Now that I got that focus point, it should go up. And then we'll probably recruit from the lords that are part of the Northern Empire. The Northern Empire is about to collapse, so there are a bunch of lords here that have no land, and they are imperial, so they would be good at ruling imperial castles. I have 3 that I'm willing to give away. Guarantor, Aristochorus, and Onika. So that's 3 potential NPC vassals that I could bring in. I'm saving towns for when I create my companions as vassals. So yeah, let's get moving. Oh, here's one. 57 ranged, 47 infantry, only 7 cavalry. That's definitely worth my time, if I can catch him. If we push them in the right direction, push them into a corner. I like how they can outrun me, even though they have, like, no cavalry. Sure, I have more men that I have to run around with, but I have a bunch more horses. Are they going to get away? Seriously? .6 speed, 3.4, 3.5. I don't want this guy to get into the city. Damn it. Alright, camel boy. I'm going after you. It is a camel boy, because it's a male right here. It's not a camel lady.
Yours is not a face I know. What is...
It's an easy battle, but I'm not doing this because I think it's going to be a challenge. I'm doing it for the loot. I'm doing it for the money. And I think after this battle is over, I might even just release this guy so I can keep relations up. There's no point in imprisoning him. There's no point in holding on to him. I don't need the money. Well, yeah, I'm going to get enough money at the end of this battle that I don't need the money from his ransom. We'll just immediately let him go. Because why not? Who cares? Alright, let's see if we can create our companion. We're going to focus on our cavalry getting kills. It's a nice flat battlefield, which is nice. Just set up our archers all the way in the back. Same with our infantry. Now it's a decent mix of Flandians and Cataphracts. You should be, and you should see the blue capes. Those are the men that we want to get kills. Alright, since we have to engage them, let's at least get our soldiers up here. Wow, they have nothing but camels. They don't have any horses. Alright, come over here then. Oh dear, this army is not made up of really good soldiers. These are all, like, really weak soldiers. Get 'em, boys. Come on, Vlandian Banner Knights. I have to resist the temptation to get kills myself. We want our men getting kills. These poor camels are lost now. They don't know what to do in this environment. Let's back up. Let's reset. It wouldn't be smart to charge into them. They're up against a wall, so it would just get my cavalry pinned. How about we come over this way? Whoops. We'll just do one charge and then we'll reset again. I don't want them in sustained melee. Resisting the urge to get kills. Alright, let's see. Banner Knights, 12... Oh, no, 5 kills. Only 5 kills. 6 kills. And then hopefully none of them die. 7 kills. 8 kills. Come on, boys. Oh, let's make sure we have our archers not firing. We don't want them taking any of the kills. Alright, let's just keep an eye on it. 10 kills for the Banner Knights. 11 kills. Still no deaths or wounded. 12 kills. Come on. 13, 14. Oh, my son just leveled up. 15. I think we're going to do it. I think one of those Banner Knights has to have gotten at least 4. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come on, baby. 21, 22. Come on, please let one of those Banner Knights have distinguished themselves. And and there we go. Just one. That's perfect. Excellent. So yes, I did double check. I mentioned this before. I double checked to make sure Distinguished Service works. It works. Arthobald the Pinter? Is that what the game named you? Alright, so we have to rename the character and I have to assign all your skill points and all your perks, but one thing at a time. First, we need to select your focuses. Now, since you're a Banner Knight, we don't need to give you riding skill, and we don't need to give you, Athletics would be okay. Athletics would be fine. Athletics doesn't hurt. But I don't know. Should I give you riding? You're a Banner Knight, so you're going to come equipped with a really good riding skill. We might as well, I guess, just improve it a little, that much more. You didn't specify if you wanted to be a scout or an engineer or a quartermaster or any of those things, so I'm not going to focus on any of those skills. There's no point in you having stewardship unless you're going to be running your own party eventually, but we have a lot of time to think about it. Alright, you know what? I will just give you ride horses. Arthobald the Pinder. That's the name that you got generically. Oh, so there we go. I thought we were gonna...
You win today, you dog.
Alright, we'll set him free. I will be completely honest, I thought it was going to take us a few more battles to make that happen. So I don't have to recruit any more Vlandians. All the Vlandians that we have, that's it. So this is everything that you're starting the game with. You already start with like pretty decent armor. This is like crappy shoulder protection. I know it's a cool cape and everything, but it's not really protective. So we need to change that. Unfortunately, we're not fighting the Vlandian, so I'm not going to have access to a lot of Vlandian equipment to give you. But you're starting out with good stuff anyway, so I can kind of not focus on you so much. But you told me you want your equipment to be an axe, a crossbow, and you want it to be cavalry, so you have to have a spear. So if that's going to be the case, if you're going to have an axe and a crossbow and a spear, you can't have a shield. because you only have 4 slots. You need a crossbow and its ammo, and the spear, and the axe. So you're not going to have a shield. You have to drop this shield. Unless you want me to change it, just let me know in the comments. 5D producer. Alright, now I'm going to start referring to you as your character name, which is Abrax, but let's get you in the order here. Welcome, my friend, our first Philandian. Welcome, my friend. Got some camels. Alright, my son needs javelins, and then he also needs a spear. It's fine. And then Abrax, my friend, I need to give you a standard, even if it's just a crappy one. I don't have any right now. I need to give you a standard just to fill that empty slot. So yeah, we need to find you a crossbow, even if it's just... So yeah, only 4 slots. If you're gonna be in my cavalry, you have to have a spear, because that's your bread and butter from horseback, man. That's how you get kills. So that's what's happening. I don't have any crossbows or anything for you. And we need to change this mace with an axe. This might not be the best axe, but we'll improve upon it. But at least it's an axe and it's not a mace. So you start with a decent helmet. Alright, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it as we go along. But there we go. We created our character. Let's see what you look like without this helmet on. Alright. You have green eyes, I think. I can't zoom in anymore. You look young. You don't have any wrinkles. You might end up being one of the youngest characters in our party. But yeah, we'll get you a crossbow and we'll drop the shield. Oh no, standard of fury. There you go. Increased melee damage. I didn't see that. Alright, first me. I got my first charm perk. Influence gain from battles. I'll take that. So once we get our next perk, I might be confident enough to start convincing lords to join us. So let me take care of my brother and my son, who has a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have to edit this out, but I'm gonna mess with my brother and then I'm gonna go through your stuff as well. I have a lot of stuff to assign and a lot of perks to assign, but... Alright, I'll see you guys on the other side. This is gonna take me a few minutes. Okay, I'm all done. I did everything for my son. My son's all assigned, and now you're assigned. We still have to check your age, and we still have to rename you, but this is everything. So you started off with really good one-handed, really good polearm, really good riding. I had to throw some focus points into crossbow. I had to throw some focus points into athletics, which is really important. Athletics is just super freaking important. So you're looking good so far. So that's all that. Let's go into clan. That's not your name. Your name is Abrax. I think that's how I'm supposed to spell it. Of course, I threw my phone away, which is where I was looking at things. So hold on, I'm just reaching. I had the thing open. A-B-R-A-X. Yes, that's how I'm supposed to spell it. All right. Welcome to the gang, my friends. Let's check how old you are. You're 36. He's a baby. He's a baby, guys. So everybody welcome all of my other companions. So Llewellyn, Bjorn, T-Nex, Vapor, Tyler, Ari, Jacob, Arthur, and Abrax. Welcome. Or no, everybody else, welcome Abrax to the party in the comments. Fine addition to our party. That's another cavalry guy. Let me see what kind of horse you have, because I have a bunch of horses in my inventory, and I might be able to give you a pretty decent one, because your riding is already amazing. Looking at the wrong screen, of course. Inventory. You already have armor that's... Oh no, this armor... It's the same amount of protection, and it's lighter. So what if it's a lower tier? It's better. I think this is technically Aserai-themed armor, or maybe it's Q8, I don't know, but whatever, it's better. What was I gonna look for? I wanted to see if I had a horse for you, that's right. Nope, you came to us with an old destrier. So you're good, man. You started with a noble mount, so check it out, man. Lucky you. Alright, Poros is a little too well defended, because I would really... I mean, I have enough parties and everything. Like, all my parties gathered together are enough to take castles. We were just barely able to take Quyaz with all of my parties at full strength. But Poros is another matter entirely. I think I'm going to wait to take another big city until we get some vassals in here. So I think I'm just going to fight either battles at sea, or attack villages, or just land battles against individual wards. We're not going to try to take any more towns. I mean, we got a conquest today. We got Onika. But right now, I'm not interested in really conquering anything else. We have plenty of time in the future to fight more wars against her. Against Regeia. So let's just focus on land battles right now, because it's all I need right now. I think I can capture this guy. A marriage offer from my son already? She's 22, he's 18, so she's his age. What's she bringing to the table? Stewardship? Nah. I mean, she's not hideous. I like her gray eyes. Yeah, my son has green eyes. I like her gray eyes. She's not ugly. I like her tan. No thanks. She's not bringing that much to the table. She's not a good warrior. She's got decent stewardship. She would be a good governor. She might be able to govern Quyaz. I'm not just gonna settle for the first woman that comes across. Like, no. I'm sure we can wait for better offers. I would prefer an Imperial for him.
It's been a while.
This guy has gray eyes too, and so does this guy. Holy crap. Alright, you're gonna die. Oh, well, you're not gonna die. We're gonna release him. We're gonna do the same thing we did last battle. That way, as we win battles, and as we start defeating the Southern Empire, if we release all these lords at the end of the battle, it'll improve their relation, and then when it comes time for me to maybe want to recruit them into my faction, they'll already have high relations. There's no point in trying to lock them up or keep them prisoner or sell them or anything. It's just completely pointless right now. Hopefully all I need are my... Oh no, we're not trying to create a companion again. We're legit trying to win this battle. Alright, let's fight for real this time. Actual tactics. Not just sending in our cavalry to do all the work. We don't need to do that anymore. Nope, it's too late. Can't turn back now. They think they're all fancy with their bows, and me, I just come along with my simple throwing weapons, and I'm more effective than they are with their bows. Alright, they're not attacking at all, which makes sense, so we got a long way to travel. Let's get our cavalry over there. Hello, sir. That wasn't very nice. It bothers me so much that they can defend so effectively, block so effectively with just their weapons. The AI is so good at that. There's no way I'd be able to do it that well. Yep, it's just a bunch of low-tier crap again. I kind of feel bad for Regia. She's in a really dicey situation right now. She's probably been getting her ass kicked by the Aserai this whole time. And the Khuzaites. She's like in the worst position, I feel like. She's in the worst geographical position. Oh, wow, that hurt. That's what I get for talking shit about their soldiers. They should just be able to shoot over the crest of this hill. Cavalry, let's sandwich these guys. Actually, go after the archers. Infantry charge. Ooh, J-Cav, you killed their leader. You took him out. Well done. No deaths and no wounded. Alright, so... Oh, you didn't get any kills in your first battle, Abrax, so that sucks. But Ari got 5, Arthur 1, Bjorn 2. Alright, everybody got 1 except our new... except our new companion. It was your first battle. You were shy, I guess. Alright, you fought well and you're free to go. Okay, so I went through everything. Abrax, you got a new axe. I got rid of your cape because it provided you no protection. I know this is an imperial-themed shoulder protection, but it's pretty good. I mean, it was pretty damn good. We'll replace it eventually. When I find myself against the Vlandians or I'm in Vlandian territory, I'll upgrade it. But yeah, so you're getting some improvements already. And then J-Cav and Ari, or no, Tyler. Tyler and Ari, you got better shields. So, people are getting stuff, I promise. Alright, we're weighed down by a lot of prisoners, and I released the ones that I didn't want. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna head back to Zionica. My son's getting his shit done, hell yes. Give him a throwing because he needs to improve his throwing. Alright, that's good. And then what else? Is that it? Is that everybody? Is everybody? 280 defenders, that's not bad. That really isn't that bad. For a castle with only level 1 walls, and since we're doing the improved garrison training, let me just go through all these, because building projects are finishing. Alright, that's fine. I don't need Bigelow recruits because I'm not trying to get any more cavalry. We have a decent cavalry formation as it is. I think I've been eating into Llewellyn's formation. We get some ranged. I've been sacrificing ranged soldiers to get this cavalry up. I think 50 is probably where I want to keep my cavalry. So we're already over. So yeah, Llewellyn, I'll start throwing some men into your formation. Focus on archers. We should be really close to Clan Tier 5. Ooh, we're 3/4 of the way there. So once we get to Clan Tier 5, a couple of the policies that we enacted will trigger, and that should boost my party size. Not only from going to Tier 4 to Tier 5, that's plus 25 party size, but some policies that I enacted already will come into effect when we achieve Tier 5, and that'll boost like another 25. So once we get to Clan Tier 5, that's like another 50 men in my party. Ransom all of our prisoners. Let's sell all of our loot. Sionica's super rich. 83 grand. It can afford everything. Still have plenty of food variety, a month's worth of food. Since we're in Zionica, let me see if Imperial settlements, they do have crossbows. This one's tier 5. It's not a heavy one. It's more damaging, though. It's tier 5. Speed's faster, piercing, accuracy, missile speed. Yeah, so this is the way to go. And then we should have some bolts here. Legendary light bolts. So there we go. You're dropping your shield, bro. If you change your mind, I can always buy a shield again. But you have to decide. You either drop the crossbow to get your shield, or you don't, or you're not mounted and you drop your spear and you get a shield in exchange for your spear. But if you drop your spear, you said you wanted to be cavalry, and this is your strongest asset. So, and then I also have Tyler. You're a crossbowman. You also need bolts. You have legendary ones. You're fine. You're fine, I guess. Okay, that takes care of that. That was an expensive crossbow, so you're welcome, Avrax. You're welcome. And then I think I'm also going to buy you a horse. It may seem like I'm spoiling you right now, but since I'm focusing so heavily on you, that means that, you know, for the next amount of time, for the future, I can kind of ignore you and I can focus on other people. So at least you're getting some attention right now. Ooh, maybe that wouldn't... Or maybe I did have a horse that's good for you. Speed and maneuver are better. I do have a horse. I don't have to buy one. Alright, that's everything. I already bought you the crossbow. And you already dropped the shield, so that's it. How are we doing on time? I just went over an hour in OBS, so we probably play for another, 15 minutes or so. Villagers from your fief of Alassos have started going to a marsh on the road to Aogaska to gather reeds for baskets, supplementing their earnings. Hunters from Aogaska, owned by Tadeos, say they've been disturbing the local waterfowl. Neither of you has title to the marsh, but Aogaska says that its people started going there first. Your tenants say it's not their problem if they figured out a better way to make use of the resources. I don't care about this. Increase Ionica's prosperity by 5. Increase the relationship with the Tedeos by 20. Increase my reputation for being cautious. Yeah, sure. Let's go to Ionica and recruit. Alright, I got my next charm perk. Alright, what do I want to do? Do I want to avoid critical failures, or do I want to improve the odds of double persuasion successes? I think I'll go with the successes. And then how about we wait until, like, oh, I need another focus point because it won't go up anymore. But I think I want to get to at least Charm 100 before I try to convince. And you know what? How about we try 1? Let's try 1. I tried somebody in the Northern Empire the first time. Let's try somebody somewhere else. We'll try another Northern Empire person. I think I tried Argoros first. Oh, no, I didn't. I chose a tier 3 clan that had a big family. I think this might have been the family I chose. Let me see. I'll send a message to him. If I already tried, I already tried. But I wanted to go for the lower clan tier ones first. Here's another one. I haven't tried the Chonus clan, but they have a small family. It's a small family. The bigger the family, the more members, the more parties that they're contributing to my faction. Yeah, I definitely tried this guy first because he's clan tier 3 and he has a massive family, so I definitely tried him already. How about I try this guy? He's clan tier 4. We'll stay outside the city because I have to. Just to get a feel for what my odds are like when I'm doing skill checks. Oh, who's that? In their fancy ship. Who is that? Oh, Nathanos. It's my brother. Any minute now. This messenger will arrive. I mean, we are sending them far away. We're sending them all the way to the Northern Empire. Come on. Why is this messenger taking so damn long? Hurry the fuck up. Whoops, I never dropped the F-bomb. I just did it again. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's head in the direction of, Regea's land. We might find it in another battle or so. Maybe just one more battle. But this is a good one. We got some conquest today. We're fighting a new enemy, so we're involved in a new war. I didn't capture these people. Where are these people coming from? Maybe it was my other parties that captured them, but they're all the way over here. They can't be fighting the Southern Empire. They're over here, unless they're fighting naval battles that they're... I don't know. Ooh, here's 180. Ooh, that looks tasty. He's gotta come out, though. There we go. And we can't let him get back into the city. Oh, man. Now get on this side of the bridge. There. Oh. Nope, there's nowhere for you to go, and it's going to take you too long to disembark, or it's going to take you too long to embark on your ships if you have any. Yep, he has 4 ships. I think we got him.
I don't know what we have to say to each other.
You could say hello. And you're looking pretty old there, fella. This might be one of your last battles. Looking a little long in the tooth. And then we'll release him as well. Those messengers have still not arrived. What the hell, man? It said 12 hours. 12 hours have definitely gone by. I hope that mod isn't broken or something. Alright, my younger brother is going to be in the cavalry with me. Or my son, I'm sorry, not my younger brother. And then Abrax, you're also in the cavalry with me. Technically, you're second in command of the cavalry. Hold on, let me redo this. You go in first. And then my brother. Or my son, and then my brother. You can't use your crossbow from horseback, I don't believe. I have to get you a perk for that.
Everyone! Onward! Warriors! Move! Bowmen! Move, soldiers! Move, troops! Move!
Oh, gallant sword sister! Sorry, Vapor, I keep focusing on trying... Every time I see a gallant sword sister or sword sister of any kind, I just try to take them out. And it's nothing against you, Vapor, it's just... Alright, let's... They have javelin, so I need to be careful, man. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, you guys can move up a little bit.
Soldiers, move out! Warriors! Move!
Arthur, you gained a bow skill? What? Oh no, Arthur. Arthur. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Both your names start with A.
Soldiers! Move!
Alright, they're on the move. Which is good. Oh, wasn't even trying to aim for that guy, he just walked in front of me. Alright, my cavalry are in a good position to hit him in the flanks if they keep advancing.
Forward!
There you go. A lot of kills I'm seeing from Ari and Llewellyn and Arthur. Arthur, you're getting a bunch of kills too. Ari, it's another kill. Alright, I'm going to send in my cavalry to take out these vulnerable archers. take out their lord right here. Where you going, buddy? Whoops, wow, I killed the horse. No deaths and no wounded, dude. I'm just unstoppable. Alright, let's check the kills. Abrax, still no kills. Because you're part of the cavalry. You didn't get any kills when I told my cavalry charge? 4 kills for Ari, 2 for Arthur. JCAF, Llewellyn, you got 6. Not bad. Alright, you're free to go, sir. Get some more archers for you, Llewellyn. So, alright, this was a really great haul. There was a bunch of hand-me-downs, like even Bjorn. Bjorn, you got some stuff? You haven't gotten stuff in a while. You got new foot protection? Lordly splint boots? So, and your stuff got handed down, so everybody enjoyed a little bit of something from this, so that's what I like to see. Everybody's improving their equipment, which is excellent. Alright, you know what, guys? I think that's the last thing I'm going to do. Maybe we'll consider going after Poros, but I hope that one of those messengers arrives. Like, what the hell is taking so long? I hope that mod isn't broken or something. Well, diplomacy's not broken. So your carrying capacity for your parties just improved. For you, T-Nex. Alright, me. That. Still need another focus point. We need to get Charm up. Let's get you that. Bigger. Improving your bow. You can now use all bows on horseback. You want it to be a bow... Arthur, right? You want to be a horse archer, correct? So now this perk, you can now use all bows on horseback, so you can use whatever bow you want from horseback. Just want to double check one thing. Yeah, I need to get you on a horse, man. I'm just gonna give you this saddle just right now. Totally forgot that I have to give you I have to get you on a horse, bro. Totally freaking forgot. And I need to get you a better bow and stuff. But once we're in Batanian territory, I can give you that. Maybe I can give you better ammunition, though. There we go. You only need one thing of ammunition. You have a two-handed sword. What do I need? We'll figure it out. Just let me know, Arthur. Let me know in the comments, like, what kind of stuff you want. But you want it to be a horse archer. Maybe I'll give you spear, because if you're on a horse, at least you'll have some kind of melee capability while you're on your horse. I'll just do that for now. Okay. Let's head back. Really good episode today. Accomplished everything that I was hoping we would. I thought that we wouldn't end up getting our new companion created until like the very tail end of the episode, but we got it done like right at the beginning, which is good. My character had a big smile on his face. It changed, or maybe it was like that. So we're fighting the Southern Empire now. We have to start thinking about attacking Poros. Our messengers still haven't arrived, which is making me worried now. I'm concerned that messengers don't arrive. Did he get imprisoned before the messenger arrived? Who was the other person we sent a message to? Nope, wasn't them. Nope. I think it was this guy, right? Maybe they're in prison, that's why they didn't... Oh, of course. Of course, the timing works out that way. Alright, fine. Let's do this instead. Instead of the Northern Empire, let's try the Western Empire. A low-tier clan with a lot of members, ideally. A low-tier clan with a lot of members and no land. Alright, that's a bad example of something. Clan tier 3. It's a decent size. But I don't know how old some of these people are. Some of these might be children that are not even able to run their own parties. What? This guy's 55. He's about my age. Alright, let's just do this as a test. If I don't get him, it's fine. I just want to get an idea. I want to get a feel for how good I'm going to be at convincing people with skill checks. Here we go.
Who are you and what do you want?
Look at all these people in his castle. They have so very little land, the Western Empire, so that just looks funny. Is this his wife right here with the crown? She's standing on... Oh my god. And there's something I want to discuss. Candidly, what do you think of your liege? What are you saying exactly? You know exactly what I'm saying. 49%, 21%, 19%. But that's critical success. Let's try it. Ineffective. 71%? There's a success. 71. Ineffective. Critical success. That makes up for one of the failures. Alright, I failed. And I can't try to convince him. I don't know if there's a time limit on here. I don't think so. I think it's once you tried and you failed, you can't try again. But that's okay. I wasn't really interested in bringing him in anyway, but I just wanted to get a feel for my persuasion odds. They could do some work. They could use some work. So I don't think I'm going to try to convince anybody else to join me until we work on my charm skills a little bit more. But we'll see how that goes. There's plenty of people to choose from in the Northern Empire, and there's still plenty of people to choose from the Western Empire. I don't necessarily have to bring somebody in that's a low clan tier. We could have gone for a higher clan tier, but I don't want to bring in somebody that's a higher clan tier than me. I want to be the highest clan tier in the kingdom. So I'd be willing to bring in, like, tier 4 or 5 clans once I'm clan tier 5. So, yeah. Alright, everyone, that's going to do it for today. I think we're just going to wrap it up here in Sionica, the same place where we started today's episode. Let me just do some maintenance stuff and housekeeping stuff. We don't have any prisoners. I did manage all my towns. So, yeah, really good episode. I'm glad that we got our new companion today. I was aiming for that. That was my major goal today, and we were able to do it. So we got our major goal done. We have our new companion. I hope all of my other companions will welcome you into the group. So welcome Abrax in the comment section, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your application, Abrax. I appreciate that. And thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is a pretty straightforward episode, but we did get some conquest as well. That was a side goal. We're involved in a new war with our mother-in-law, who's still alive, right? Yep, she's still alive, 73. She's one of the last leaders still alive. But I mean, good for her. It just sucks that I had to fight her, because I have nothing against my mother-in-law. She provided me a good wife with her daughter. So we have a lot more to look forward to in the next one. Maybe we'll try to take Poros in the next one. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what my charm is like, and if we can get another vassal in here. Or maybe I could just create another party. That's a possibility too. An extra party wouldn't hurt. But if I'm going to go after cities, I really want to have enough soldiers. Because the last city we took, we only took it by the very skin of our teeth. We were barely able to take it. It was a close run thing. And I don't want a repeat of that. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that we're going to comfortably take the city for the next one that we take. You know what I mean? So we have a lot to look forward to in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments down below, especially my companions. Give me your loadout stuff. Arthur and Abrax, let me know what you like. Just refine your loadouts now that you know some of the consequences to, you know, not having a shield or wanting to use a crossbow, so on and so forth. Just let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's good to be with you. Sorry for my short absence, or my kind of long absence. I hope you guys aren't too mad about that, but I'm going to get these out more often, hopefully. Episode 16 is the next one. I hope to see you in that one. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I forgot to say that as well. Hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm sure most of you are, but if you're not, hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you in the next one. Episode 16 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.